Hello and welcome. You're listening to the It's All in the Cards podcast, a horror fiction podcast where all questions are welcome, but you may not like the answers. Some material may not be suitable for all audiences. Listener discretion is advised.
Are you ready yet? We have to go before all the good stuff is gone.
It's an estate sale, Sam. By definition, there is no good stuff.
It's not just an estate sale. It's a group estate sale. There's about a dozen houses worth of stuff that they're selling, and it's all dirt cheap. Unless you would like me to stay in your back room indefinitely, you need to help me save money. Goddess knows you can't pay me more.
I tape the temporarily closed sign to the door and give Sam a look. I pay you just fine, thank you very much, despite the fact that we are closing the store for this, and I'm driving you, so I think you could be a little more grateful. Sam rolls her eyes and throws her hands together in prayer.
Thank you, dearest Jade, for bestowing upon me minimum wage and your storm cloud presence. How would I get by without either in my life?
Don't pretend you make minimum wage, it's uncouth. And you love my storm cloud presence. If you didn't, you wouldn't have begged me to come with you today.
I need your opinions on stuff. Plus, there might be some magical items that you could pick up for the store. Remember my big idea of selling used stuff and calling it antiques?
Oh yeah, I remember your big money-making scheme.
It's not a scheme, it's a business model. We can totally make it work.
She's got good ideas, Jade. Don't dismiss them just because they're different.
I huff at her but don't respond. Sam still doesn't know that my mom can get control and talk to me, and I'm not ready to tell her yet. It's nice having my own little secret, and I like having my mom in my head. It's like she is my conscience, even if I'm irritated at having to listen to my conscience every now and then. If we find something that works, we can give it a try.
Yay! And of course we wouldn't sell just anything. It would have to fit the vibe of the store. Really feel like something magical that people would come here to find. Cool candlesticks, brass dishes for scrying, things like that. Plus, if we got it at an estate sale, we could resell things for way more than we pay for them. So this is basically a business trip.
Look at how happy she is. She could really take this store to the next level with her ideas, Jade. You just have to help her with some direction.
I fight the urge to roll my eyes at my mom's words, but she's not wrong. Sam's ideas have been great so far. I could definitely learn to loosen my reins a little bit when it comes to the store. If you figure out how to write it off on our taxes, we can count it that way. But I'm not buying you anything for your hypothetical apartment.
It's not hypothetical, it exists. I just don't know where yet. I've almost got enough saved though, so I'll be out of your hair soon. Maybe less than soon if I buy a lot of stuff today. But I'll be able to move out eventually, I promise.
I'll believe it when I see it. Come on, the sooner we leave, the sooner we can come back and open the store back up.
It's All in the Cards podcast, Season 4, Episode 8, Estate of Fear.
When we pull up to the warehouse hosting the estate sale half an hour later, Sam is practically vibrating in her seat. I eye the doors warily, though. This place is huge, and the number of people making their way in and out of the building tells me that it's going to be crowded. I brace myself before stepping out of the car and into the cold winter air.
Come on!
Sam loops her arm through mine and drags me towards the entrance, lining up behind a group of middle-aged women chatting about their wish lists. So, what exactly are we looking for?
Everything? I have a whole life to fill up, so anything that would be useful or necessary? Dishes, cups, silverware, tables, couches? I'm looking for it all.
I don't think we are going to fit a couch in the back of my car.
They let you pay now and come back later for the big stuff. If I find something like that, I can work with Aunt Roz to pick it up and store it at her place until I'm ready for it. I don't know if I'll get something like that, though, so I'm not stressing about it now.
When we finally get inside, the place is buzzing with energy. There are tables set up like booths for each estate, and people are walking slowly up and down the aisles, taking in the merchandise. They're combing through the stacks of children's toys, Christmas decorations, books, clothes, everything you would find in a house that people don't want to bother with selling themselves when their loved ones pass. It's overwhelming, all of the emotions clinging to the objects. I wrap my shields a little tighter, ensuring that I'm protected from the onslaught of energy that places like this can have. It's almost overpowering, the rush of so many forces at once. This is a lot. Sam beams up at me.
Isn't it amazing? There's so much stuff. I'm not sure if we'll be able to get through everything if we try to stick together. Would you be okay if we split up? You can text me if you see a good deal, and I'll come take a look, and vice versa.
Sounds good. I barely get the words out before Sam is bouncing off, engulfed by the crowd of shoppers. With a sigh, I turn in the other direction and begin scanning the goods on the tables. Everything looks like junk to me. Moth-eaten clothes line the racks alongside the tables of costume jewelry and chipped dishes. I try to keep an open mind for Sam's sake, but I don't see anything here I would want in my own home, let alone the store.
Oh, come on now, Jade. These were people's belongings, their homes, their lives. Nobody wants to see all that stuff get thrown away. Why not let someone interested take it off your hands for cheap?
I resist the urge to scream at the bitch in my head. First, I have to be here overwhelmed and annoyed. Now I don't even have my mom for company. Nobody asked for your opinion. Why don't you fade back into the background where you belong? I give a stiff smile to the woman running this section of tables and move on before she tries to make a sale. At least in a crowd, I can get away with seemingly talking to myself.
I belong in my own body, doing my own work to assist the world. Unfortunately, you took that away from me, so we get to share now.
You should know I've never been big on sharing.
Yes, I've picked up on that. You don't get a say this time, though.
I grit my teeth as I keep moving, barely registering the wares for sale as I move past them. I walk further down the row, hunting for any distraction from the buried bitch's words. My eyes are caught on a flash of red, though, and I stop. This table is full of pictures of big-ticket items that won't fit in the warehouse itself, along with descriptions and prices. Nestled among the sea of John Deere green tractors and farming equipment is a bright red convertible car, sparkling in the sun like it had just been washed and waxed. I lean over the table to read the short description. 1990 red Ford Mustang convertible, 150 miles. Grab yourself a piece of history with this one-of-a-kind find. Recently refurbished, this baby will take you wherever you need to go. Be the star of the next classic car rodeo with this great car. I huff at the over-the-top language, but I'm more offended by the idea of something from 1990 being a classic and a piece of history. I'm from that era, but I don't feel like a piece of history. Sure, my back hurts more than it used to, but I've lived a big life, so I can hardly convince myself I could stay limber as a 20-year-old forever.
Is that what you'd like, Jade? Stay young forever? It's not outside the realm of possibility, you know. There are ways we could do that. Keep you fresh as a daisy well into your 80s.
I'm not interested in forever, thank you very much. I just don't believe I can be considered vintage yet. That's rude.
Aging can feel rude to the mortal. With my help, we can reverse the aches and pains of growing old. Wouldn't that be nice?
I ignore her sweetened words and move along from the car. Whatever angle she's trying now, my vanity is not going to be the key to continuing to host her presence. A narrow booth further down is packed with items that look mildly interesting, so I slow down to explore further. Silk scarves hang from metal racks alongside clothes that look more like the ones that someone from my classic decade would wear, so I check them out. As I slide the hangers along the metal rod, a whiff of smoke comes up from the material. Not like a tobacco smoker, but like the owner lived in a home with a wood-burning furnace or spent a lot of time around campfires. That kind of smoke can be washed easily, so I keep looking through the rack. The occasional skirt or dress catch my eye, but the sizing isn't right, so I turn to move on. A glint of darkness at the back catches my eye before I can leave, and I slowly turn back. Beneath the folds of a long trench coat, I can see the shine of black stone and gold, and before I know what I'm doing, I'm pushing the coat aside to get a better look. It is a large obsidian crystal, polished round and smooth. It sits in an intricate gold base that curls like vines around the sphere, holding it solidly in place. I know this crystal ball. I've touched it, felt its presence. My mind brings up dark curls and an eager face, but it takes me a minute to recall the name that belongs to it. I study the crystal, taking note of the sparkle of gold and silver throughout the obsidian, and suddenly it comes to me. Marcella. The smell of smoke reaches my nose again, and I remember what I saw in the crystal the first time I touched it. Flames. So many of them, surrounding a small figure asleep in a bed. It must have come true, the vision we saw together. My stomach clenches as the pieces fall into place. These things, everything for sale here, it was all hers, left after the fire took her life. I try to take a steadying breath, but all I can taste is smoke, thick and dark and clinging to everything here. I grab the crystal ball and take it to the nearest worker I can find. I'll take this. Can you wrap it up really well? I don't want it getting damaged on the way home. I text Sam that I'm not feeling well and let her know that I'll be in the car so she can take her time. I hug the crystal ball to my chest and fight the tears from Marcella that keep threatening to appear. I told her it was dangerous, told her that she should stop scrying without the proper training. The fire wasn't caused by the crystal ball, not unless she left it near a sunny window, but she knew it was a possibility in her future. She didn't take the proper precautions. She didn't protect herself. Unless... She lived in an apartment, didn't she? It could have been someone else there, someone else who caused the fire, burned everyone down and left nothing but their smoky possessions behind. She could have just been the victim of circumstances. The crystal ball was trying to warn her, and it happened anyway. Mom, are you there?
I'm here, Jade. Are you okay?
I don't know. I've lost people before, lost you for a while, but this just seems so unnecessarily tragic.
You did what you could for her. Gave her all the advice you could think of. There's no way she could have known when or if the fire would truly happen. She can't think of every possibility, fear every spark. It's impossible to prevent the inevitable.
I know that, but I still feel like I am responsible. She came to me for help, and I failed her.
I know it's hard, but you can't let the fear of failure control you. We all fail at times. Only those who really understand it, have a relationship with it, can keep it from consuming you. Think about that young man from a few months ago. He was haunted by the embodiment of fear, had doom foretold to him throughout his life, but he didn't fear the Hat Man. He saw him as a friend, an ally. He didn't let fear stop him.
I know, but he had such a bad reading, Mom. I worry about him sometimes. I don't have the guts to look him up and see what happened. I freeze as something clicks into place. The Hat Man, Carl, the 1990 Mustang. Oh, goddess. He was there.
Well, you finally made the connection. I was hoping I wouldn't have to spell it out for you like your dearest mommy did, but you finally picked up what she was very clearly putting down.
You bitch. You leave my mother out of this. I swear on all of the gods and goddesses, when I finally learn how to tear you out of my head, rest assured you will be evicted before you can spit out an apology.
Why would I apologize for being right? That's exactly what happened. Marcella told Carl about your thoroughly helpful reading. He came to you and learned about his upcoming tragedy, and then their apartment building burned down. An untimely accident. One that you could have prevented if you had been more in tune with the cards, more willing to help the people who come to you. I can help you with that. You know my powers call to others. I want to give them what they want. If you submit, you can give them what they want too, and prevent things like this from happening ever again.
Get out of my head, and out of my life.
But that would mean losing everyone in here with me. your ancestors, your mother. We are all one now. Accept that.
I open my mouth to respond, but nothing comes out. She's right. I can't have my mother without her, too. During the drive home, Sam is bouncing in the front seat as she talks about all the things she got at the estate sale, but I can't keep my attention on her words. I'm too deep in my own thoughts, barely focusing on the road in front of us. After what feels like forever and somehow no time at all, I pull into the alley behind the store. Sam jumps out of the car before I can even turn it off, pulling bags out of the back seat.
Give me a hand, Jade. I don't think I can carry everything myself. Well, I hope I can fit all this in the back room.
I sigh, but turn off the car and grab the rest of Sam's treasures from the back seat, tucking my new crystal ball tight under my arm. Opening the front door, I step on something waiting on the tile floor and nearly fall to my knees. What the? I look down and am instantly irritated. Under my foot is another postcard, this one from Arizona. The white stone of a church stares back at me, the dove of the desert scrawled across the top in red script. Ephraim. Always ready to break my kneecaps.
Are you okay? What did you slip on? It isn't even icy in here.
Just another reminder of my deadbeat father. I kick the postcard away and walk over to the table to drop Sam's newest treasures. Keeping my crystal ball under my arm, I carry it back behind the counter and set it on the shelf. I'll take it upstairs tonight. I'm not quite ready to let Sam know everything I learned at the estate sale. Do you want some coffee? I need some coffee.
Always.
Sam sets her bags down on the floor and immediately begins rifling through them, eager to show me what she's found. I make a pot of coffee and bring 2 mugs over to where she's settled on the couch. All right, go ahead and show me all the stuff that I'm going to be storing for the next 6 months. Sam tries to shoot me a withering glare, but her excitement over her treasures beats out her irritation at me. One by one, she pulls out items for her future home, listing the approximate retail price for similar items and how much she got them for. I'll admit, she knows how to shop the deals. An entire set of plates and bowls for $20, silverware for $10, a box of mismatched cups for $12, and a box of tools for $30.
And this one was kind of a splurge, but I couldn't resist.
She carefully unwraps the butcher paper, revealing an old cuckoo clock, complete with pinecone weights hanging by darkened chains. Why on earth would you get a cuckoo clock? Sam looks down at it fondly, wiping some excess dust off the face with a finger.
It just seemed whimsical and lonely. I thought I could give it a good home.
Do you even need a clock? I don't think I have one in my entire apartment upstairs.
I need a home that feels like me, and a cuckoo clock felt right.
I hum in disagreement, but drop it. It's not going in my house, so who cares if she wants to have an ugly antique hanging on her eventual wall? Does it work?
The sign said it does. I just have to figure out where the batteries go.
She flips the clock over, and I almost laugh at her naivete. Do you know how old it is?
I don't know, the 1800s?
Probably earlier than that, but okay. When do you think batteries were invented? Sam looks up at me, eyes wide.
After that?
Yeah, definitely after that. There's probably some way to wind it up to make it work. Let me see. Reluctantly, she hands the clock over to me. As soon as my fingers graze the dark wood, though, I feel a jolt of energy. Whoa.
What, did you break it?
I look up at her, studying her concerned face. You don't feel that?
Feel what?
She reaches a cautious hand across the table and touches the side of the clock, eyes drawing together in focus.
It does feel kind of warm.
Yeah, like a current almost. I think there might be something attached here.
What, are you saying I picked up the only haunted cuckoo clock in that place?
I mean, we don't know it was the only one, but possibly.
Is it good haunted or bad haunted?
I don't know without testing it further. Do you want to try first? Sam considers, then drops her head in a quick nod.
Yeah, let me see what I can feel.
She flattens her palm to the side of the clock and closes her eyes in concentration. I let her take her time opening up, exploring the essence of whatever has made the cuckoo clock home. After a few minutes, she pulls her hand away.
I'm not sure what it is, but it doesn't feel friendly. But it also doesn't feel dangerous, if that makes sense. It's almost like it's just wary of me.
Do you want to do a reading on it? See if the cards can tell us anything important? Sam lights up at the suggestion.
Yes, I haven't done a reading with you in so long. Let's see if we can figure this thing out with the cards.
She hops to her feet and runs behind the counter for her deck of cards, sliding back into place on the other side of the coffee table. I smile at her excitement.
What spread should we do? A typical 3-card, a 1-card, cross?
Whatever feels comfortable to you. It's your reading. She huffs at my response, but considers her options.
I think I want to ask yes or no questions, see what the cards have to say about it.
I gesture for her to go ahead, and she gives the cards a quick shuffle before starting.
Is whatever is in the clock dangerous?
She flips over the 7 of Pentacles and raises her eyes to mine.
That's a maybe, right? So the cards don't know if it's dangerous?
Or it could be dangerous to the wrong person, helpful to the right one. Sam nods and turns back to the cards.
Is it dangerous to me?
This time she turns over the 9 of Swords reversed.
That's a no, right?
Correct. The card is interesting, though. There's hope among the despair, a shining light trying to break free.
So it wants to be good, but it has a hard time of it?
Don't we all? Sam bites her lip as she thinks over what the cards are telling her. Coming to a decision, she turns over another card, asking her question as she does.
Should I keep the clock for myself?
The 8 of Swords looks up at us, devilishly sharp. Sam sucks in a breath as she takes it in.
Ooh, that's not good.
You definitely shouldn't keep it. Even if it isn't outright dangerous, that card is a red flag. It may not physically hurt you, but it could keep you feeling trapped and afraid to move forward.
Well, shoot. There's $50 I won't be getting back.
Maybe, maybe not. We can always keep it in the store, try to sell it. We can even do a reading for whoever is interested, make sure that they'll be safe with it.
Are you sure that's a good idea? What if it hurts someone?
Do you want to make that money back? We can always take it out to the alley and smash it with a hammer. You just won't get your $50 back.
I guess we can give it a try. If no one wants it, it can just be a store clock. We don't have one here anyway.
Yeah, because we don't need one. I'll find a glass box or something that we can put a containment spell on to keep it from affecting people in the store. We are not winding it up, though.
Oh, come on, just once. I want to know what it sounds like.
It sounds like a cuckoo clock. They all sound the same. And there's no way I'm hearing birdsong every hour on the hour until it gets sold, because no one will ever come back here after they hear it.
Fine, be a buzzkill.
She slides the clock away from her and begins carefully packing up her purchases. I can tell by her furrowed brows that something is on her mind, though. Everything okay?
Yeah. Can I show you something else, though?
Sure. Sam disappears into her room. I hear the shuffling of stuff moving around for a second before she comes back to the coffee table, dropping a box in front of me. Is this my belated Christmas present? You know, I appreciate the thought, but it feels half-assed that you didn't wrap it. Sam ignores my comment and gives me a steady glare.
Can you tell me what's in this box?
Ah, a test. I wonder if she really thinks I'll fail or if she just wants me to use my magic. Maybe she misses our private lessons. If that's the case, I may have to ask her if she wants to start doing them again. I would never tell her, but I miss them too. I reach out to the box with my energy and sense Sam all over the thing, which isn't surprising, but I sense something very bitter inside of it. I don't have to reach with my power to know that there's a containment spell on it, and it looks like your energy, so there's something in there that you don't want getting out, and whatever it is pissed. Probably that it's in there, but based on me finally giving you Eric's number a few weeks back, I assume it was pissed to begin with and wreaking havoc. I pick up the box to inspect it more closely, to check there are no holes in her spell that the entity inside will use to break free. This is a solid containment spell. No holes for the thing to poke through.
The containment spell is on the outside, but there's another warding spell to keep it in that I put in the lining of the box.
Double whammy. Way to be cautious and cover your ass. I'd say this thing isn't going anywhere ever, unless you open it.
Well, that's the thing. It's a ghost, the mother of a friend of Eric's. She latched onto the friend at Halloween and we removed her.
Oh, really? And how did that happen, I wonder? Did Eric lose control of his ecto?
No, it did something that it had never done before. You can't lose control of something you didn't know existed. Now he knows, and he's taking precautions.
I just bet he is.
Look, we handled it without you or Silas, okay? We're big enough to clean up our own messes as we make them.
Like you cleaning up the mess of Roz finding out you were not living where you said you were?
Yes, like that. Grown-ass old adults make mistakes just like we do, so you can't keep treating us like kids. We aren't anymore. Are we still learning? Yes, but you should give us the benefit of the doubt that we know when we fuck up and know what to learn from it.
Hey, old dogs learn new tricks. Since you've come back from your escapade this summer, have I treated you like a child? Give me some credit. I'm happy to watch you fall flat on your face and learn from it when you need to. In this instance, you did good. She looks at me, and I can tell she is thinking through the last few months since she's returned, fighting to find a time I did treat her like a kid to use against me. Thankfully, there really aren't any. I put the box back down on the table. So what that it's a ghost of a friend? You feeling guilty or something?
Not guilty, more like doing the right thing. I just want to get her mom back to the other side.
Why couldn't Eric help with that? That seems more up his alley.
Too many spirits were trying to come through when we tried.
Did you both forget to put a circle of protection up around his apartment? That would have easily taken care of that problem. For a split second, the surprise shows on her face, and then she stuffs it down beneath a blank shield.
I didn't think it would work since he was literally opening the veil. How can the circle help keep something out when you open the door wide open?
It wouldn't have to be wide open. It would just need to be a crack to kick the ghost through. Same thing for calling only one from the other side. Intention always matters.
Okay, another lesson learned the hard way. So can you help me get her to the other side now? I'd rather not drive hours just to get back to him to do it.
I think for a minute and decide to test her. Why don't you just swallow her?
What?
You know, drink her down. She's just energy, and that would let you practice drinking something down. Something I doubt you've been doing a lot. You've just been suppressing your energy powers, haven't you?
I've never tried to do it on purpose. I've only done it by accident, and that went so badly, it scared me away from using that part of my powers. But it doesn't matter, I'm not going to eat this woman's ghost. She deserves peace.
A bolt of energy slithers through my body, and it takes me a moment to admit it's jealousy. Growing up, my power acted the opposite of what Sam just said. I had to fight hard to control it, and for my early life, we just suppressed it with wards. I wish my power would have been as gentle as Sam's, but maybe they manifest differently for a reason. I shake the doubt and jealousy away and focus on Sam's problem. So you want to free her? After the hell she put your friend through? When she latched onto said friend, did she just act like Jiminy Cricket for them? Or did she possess the friend? Sam continues struggling to keep her emotions off her face, but she's still confident enough to look me in the eye.
She possessed her, getting in through some dumb tiff over family heirlooms. Not like high-dollar stuff, just sentimental.
Oh, so it's okay to be greedy if it's not monetary greed. That it? I'll tell you what I believe, Sam, and you can believe me or not. Ghosts that come through the veil, or hell, stay here to begin with, are not the souls of those who have passed on. They are their regrets, their anger, their glutton, their want. It's the pieces of them that so desperately could not let go of something earthly in their lives, and so that piece stays behind. Those pieces know very little outside whatever it is that they refused to give up. That's why you see ghosts tethered to things or places.
I can see that. Honestly. Jade, what you just said makes sense, but it's still not a reason to swallow someone.
I shrug, seeing she's resolved in this matter. Fine. I pick the box back up and keep eye contact with Sam as I open it.
Don't!
Too late. I open the box. As the spirit comes exploding out in a sea of whispers, I flare my power out and hold her in place, my free hand raised toward her to help me focus. I mutter my sending spell, a one-way trip back to the spirit world, and let her go. Her whispers die as quickly as they came, and the room is silent again. I hold the box out to Sam. Done. But you should keep the spell on it just in case you need it again. Just recharge it every few weeks.
Did you really just send her back, or did you just drink her down?
Why, Sam? You can't tell when I'm drinking someone down? Sounds like you need to be brushing up on your energy magic. I'm here when you're ready. She stares at me for a beat. I can tell she's trying to decide whether or not I'm telling the truth. The fact that there's any part of her that doesn't believe me stings, but I'm not about to let her know that. Still, I don't like that she thinks energy magic is evil. Even if she has better control of it than I do, that line of thinking will screw her up one day. I don't need her thinking her power is evil on top of her guilt of almost killing everyone. Or maybe I'm just projecting. Either way, I'm not going to let it stand. Seriously, Sam, your energy power isn't just about taking. It's about giving, too. When you're ready to learn that again, I'm here. Sam's face softens.
Thanks, and thanks for helping free her. Now if only we could figure out a way to free you of the buried mother without freeing her.
We'll figure it out eventually. Until then, I've got it under control.
And what if one day you don't?
We'll burn that bridge if we get to it. This episode of It's All in the Cards was written by Morgan Valko and Ashley McAnelly, featuring the voice talents of Abbey Konzen, Nichole Goodnight, and Sarah Thomas. Theme music by The Arsonist, produced by Scott Thomas. Don't forget to check us out on Patreon for exclusive bonus content, early access, and merch discounts. Thanks for listening.